Alright, Guardians, Durung's back with another weekly reset video. We're going to start off the video by just running around and seeing what people have to offer for us this week. Zavala's weekly bounties for strikes are going to be Strike Elite, Sunrise, and Merciless. Strike Elite is getting 9 medals. Sunrise is your weekly Nightfall in gold in under 30 minutes. And Merciless is having basically going Rage, which is 9 rapid kills with each style, primary, secondary, and heavy. Shaxx for us this week, the weekly weekly bounty is going to be Clash with 7 wins, 50 primary kills, 25 assisted kills, and 25 ability kills. Dead Orbit is going to have for us this week, if you want to level him up, Wormspore donations, if you got a lot of those. Future War Cult's going to have Relic Iron. Eris Morn's going to have Wormspore again this week, and New Monarchy's going to have Spirit Bloom. Alright, before we get into Nightfall, just to let you know that Shiro's going to have Anti-Splicer, complete patrols in the Plaguelands, Archon's Forge Captains, Shakatumi, arc damage to kill Fallen and stay down, defeat the Fallen. This week's COE is going to be Kexus the Betrayed, the Seditious Mind, and Narusk. It's going to be Juggler and Trickler with super kills as your modifiers. This week's Nightfall, however, is going to be Winter's Run or the infamous Archon Priest. Now, this week there is no burn. However, it is Chafe, Epic, Berserk, Small Arms, and Match Game. Now, Match Game normally is a pain. You have to have a loadout of everything. However, this week it's pretty much only 2 different subclasses. One is Solar and a lot of Arc. Being the fact that it is small arms, I did test a lot of different weapons on the boss himself as small arms, with my personal favorite being the Zalo Supercell, mainly because of the fact that it does damage so quickly. You're doing almost 2,000 per round, and at 36 in the clip, you're doing about 60,000 damage per clip in about 3 seconds. So that's pretty good. Also, the Supercell does melt a lot of the Centurions. At the end, the Taken Centurions do have a arc shield, so that helps, as well as the chain giving back ammo helps as well. There are a few spots where it's a little bit tricky in the Nightfall. This week's Nightfall is by far not hard. It's just tricky. Because of the no flinching, you do have some that you're going to shoot at. They're going to shoot right back at you, and you just basically have to take them out as quick as possible. There's also a few invisible Taken Minotaurs that are shooting fireballs at you that you can't see, and they just teleport all over the map. So you kind of got to be careful with those. After the first section of Az, when we come into the part where you're in the elevated section where you have to open the door and use your Taken Ghost, or your Ghost to open the door, and the Taken and the Fallen are all fighting, I will say a good suggestion to get through that section without wiping is going to be staying high, stay elevated. Don't go down to the bottom and try to fight with them down there. Stay up, stay out of their way, stay out of their range, and you'll be fine. It's pretty quick. Other than that, like I said, I did test a lot of weapons. I tested different scout rifles. They were averaging between 1,700 and 1,800 a hit on a crit. Pulse rifles were doing between 1,600 and 2,000 per hit, or 6,000 per burst. So they're all pretty much averaging out about the same in overall damage per clip. I will say that towards the end I decided that it was quicker just to melt the boss with heavy. I did use my Sleeper Stimulant on him, and it was pretty good crits, I must say. Melted him pretty fast. So other than that, I hope you guys have fun with the Nightfall. One thing I would like to touch base on, though, before we leave, is last week Bungie put out a weekly news, and they were talking a lot about finally giving us a weapons buff or a weapons patch, which is definitely needed, because I do feel that the sandbox is broken in a sense. Primaries are no longer favored in Crucible, which, you know, situationally, yes, I can see using a secondary more than a primary. However, what we're seeing is a lot of shotgun warriors, a lot of apes, and So hopefully, I'm hoping to see maybe a buff to some of your mid to short rate of fire scout rifles, some of your slower rate of fire auto rifles. Bring them back into play. I personally don't use a lot of shotgun in the Crucible. However, it affects me. I'm getting killed a lot with shotgun, so I'm kind of hoping they get a nerf to that. We'll be hoping that you guys could leave some comments in the bottom to let me know what you think about that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video this week, and hope to see you next week. You guys all have a great day, and see you next week.